What is going on, everyone? I am the YuGiOh Scrub, but you can call me hot today because it was a scorcher. Actually, you can call me Bailey, but yeah, it was a scorcher in New England. 96 degrees, I think, was the high, but mid-90s the entire day, and that would be nice if I worked in an air-conditioned room, but I do not do that. I work outside on a roof, which gets even hotter. It was a lighter-colored roof today, not a super dark roof. I don't know which is better, because the dark roof absorbs more heat, so it's ever so slightly, not cold on the roof, but ever so slightly cooler, but your feet burn because the roof can become like 115 degrees. And then on a lighter colored roof like today, it just radiates back at you, so it's probably closer to feeling like 100. Yeah, getting your 10,000 steps in, carrying solar panels and bags up the roof, it's brutal. I don't mind it. Most days, it's fine. I am not trying to complain. It's just the reality, and that's why I am shirtless today, because I'm hot. I need to air out. But we are playing, because of the heat today, a Edison deck, and not just any Edison deck, a fire deck, a Flamvel deck to be exact. This is a deck that I featured a long time ago. I've made some changes. And funny story, I don't know if any of you ever noticed, but I made a video on this deck when I first started back up in, October last year, and a couple of days later, Keegan E3 YuGiOh, who most of you probably know, a great Edison channel, arguably like the sole reason that people have really gotten back into Edison format, he did his own version of the Gadget Flamvel deck. Not that he copied me, not that he saw my video and then made it. It just was very funny that right after I made mine, he then uploaded his. But I did take some stuff from him, like he was using Imperial Iron Wall, and he obviously knows the format better than me, so I decided, let me try out Imperial Iron Wall. I had Caius's here, but I switched them to Rises, because obviously Caius plus Imperial Iron Wall does not seem like a great combo. We have 2 Ultimate Offering, because it's at 2. But the idea behind this deck is Flamvel Magician's level 4 tuner, and all the gadgets are level 4s that just replace themselves. So you're able to spam a bunch of level 4s, put a couple level 4 tuners onto the board, make some level 8 synchros, Flamvel Fire Dog, and also just, of course, beat over something, and then get the Flamvel Magician from the deck and make a level 8 synchro that way. We got the Gale, because it's just a good normal summon and a level 3 tuner, and then the Tragodia, because your hand is often pretty big. 3 Rekindling, because obviously you want to be using the Flamvels to their fullest extent, and Rekindling is a great way to do that. Other cards, Brain and Mind Control, just because we have the tuners, why not try to take something and make a synchro. 1 MST, Book of Moon and Shrink. Shrink just, these cards can help you get over certain things. Smashing Grounds, same thing, just, we're getting +1. Sometimes you just want to go 1-for-1 trades with your opponent. Trying out the Horn of Heaven, because the gadgets, I know there was a gadget deck that topped using Horn of Heaven. I think it topped, I don't know. But it seems good. Gadgets replace themselves with a +1 when you summon them to the board. Horn of Heaven, you tribute a monster, and then you can negate it. It's basically a solemn warning, but you tribute a monster. Already went over the double offerings and the Imperial Iron Wall. 2 Starlight Road, because we have a lot of back row. Let's just protect it. 1 Royal Oppression, the second is in the side. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. But let's go ahead and go join the Edison format ladder. Click this button for your viewing pleasure, and hope that you're having a fantastic day. I know that I've been having a pretty good day. Pretty good few weeks, to be honest. I've been mid-cut. I think I've mentioned it in the past, but been cutting for summer. I have a trip coming up, nice week on Cape Cod in Massachusetts, which I'm very excited about. But that's like the one time of year I'm not really a beach goer in the summer. I don't find myself like, oh, it's a Saturday, let's go to the beach. But we'll be at the beach there, and, want to get that summer body, and it's been going pretty well. I am as strong as I've ever been, but also leaner than I've ever been, which I will admit, watching the number on the scale go down, I don't weigh myself religiously. I don't love to do that personally, but, I weigh myself every few weeks just to see. I go more by look, but, the numbers can help, and I am pretty dang light. I've always wanted to hit a certain weight, do I want to say I've always thought like 165 would be great, and I was at one point, but I feel great now because like I said, even though I'm a good bit less than that now, I am stronger than I probably was even at that weight, at the very least as strong, and I feel like I look pretty dang good, and I'm happy with myself. But still a little bit more to go, about a month. And then it's bulking season. Excited for that. Get to eat not whatever I want. I'm going to still try to eat clean. Let's talk about YuGiOh, not my freaking health habits. So we have Flamvel Fire Dog, Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind, Rekindling, Ryza Ultimate Offering, and Green Gadget. we will just go ahead, summon the green gadget, and get ourselves the red gadget. We'll then go ahead and just try to attack over this. Is it a Raikou? It was a Bora. Very interesting. We will set the ultimate offering and just pass turn. We do have ultimate offering, which we can use in his battle phase to tribute the green gadget for Rise of the Storm Monarch, which I think we will. We'll pay 500. Response. He does choose to Icarus. That's fine. So we get a 2-for-2 trade, and I don't end up tributing for the Ryza. So happy about that. We draw a yellow gadget. That is unfortunate. I think here we'll just continue the train. Go for red. Get ourselves the yellow. And swing for 13. He's now used 2 Boras, or 2 Sorokos and 1 Bora. Flamvel Fire Dog, hopefully we'll be able to, Shura would be the worst thing to see, which is exactly what he does. We'll take 500, and he will get the effect to special summon something. But if he makes a Catastor, I do have the Gale to just summon. Nope, he goes for Gale himself. We'll take 13. And he goes for the Armor Master. Setting a bunch of back row when we get a Tragodia. I think we'll summon the yellow gadget just to deck thin. Get ourselves the last green. And I think we could set the Rekindling. I will, because if he wants to use Icarus attack to get rid of a yellow gadget, yeah, I feel like that's fine. We'll just set the Rekindling. Rather than discarding what likely would have been the yellow gadget in end phase. Simply because that's the end of the chain. We'll still be able to summon green, get a red. He just goes for the attack over. We'll take 1300. Meant to drop Tragodia. No big deal. We get Starlight Road. We can summon the Gale and target the Armor Master. Has Solemn Judgment. That's fine. We'll set Starlight Road and pass. Summons Ashura. That's fine. We'll take 1800. And I don't think we drop the Trag. We'll take 2500 and then drop the Trag. Hopefully he goes ahead and tries to Icarus attack. Yes. Okay, so he has a Royal Oppression. Almost certainly. Well, here we'll go ahead and summon the Ryza. Try to get rid of the Armor Master. And we just lose. Okay. No problem. Spirit Reaper seems alright. Bottomless. He doesn't seem to be running a YuGiOh Turbo deck. Compulse seems okay. Cyber Dragons seem okay. What else can come out? Horn of Heaven seems meh. One Ryza can come out. Shrink. Book of Moonspine, because it can stop Royal Oppression. What do we want to keep in? We'll keep in the Ryza. Ryza becomes a little bit better with the Cyber Dragons. The reason we got to be careful with the Cyber Dragons is just because the gadgets, obviously, if your opponent is running the Chimera Tech, they can make a Chimera Tech with your own Cyber Dragon and your gadget, which obviously is a big minus. Alright, opening hands, double gadget, green and yellow, smashing, Flamvel Magician, rekindling, torrential, tribute. We'll go ahead, summon the yellow gadget, get ourselves the green, set torrential, and pass turn. He's already viewing his extra deck, making me think he has Gale in hand. Because I don't see house... Oh. That's fine. I'm not gonna torrential tribute this. I'm hoping he commits a normal summon. Nope, he doesn't, but that's still a-okay. We can take 2,000 damage. Sets a monster. We'll go right ahead and just activate the Smashing Ground. Summon ourselves the green gadget. Getting ourselves the red. The red. And attack over, hopefully, this monster. The idea is now, hopefully, he doesn't have another Chimera Tech that he can use. It's a Ryko, and he just pops the monster. So maybe he is running a YuGiOh Turbo. Or a mixed. Mill. Milling a Kalut, Dad, and so, okay. We will set the Starlight Road, main phase 2, and pass turn. Maybe I need to commit this Flamvel Magician. He just sets 2 more back row and passes turn. Trap Dust Shoot. Probably going to take the Fire Dog. Maybe the Flamvel Magician. Either way, I think I'm going to commit whatever one he doesn't pick. I don't feel like there's a reason to pick a gadget here. He picks the red gadget. Alright, fine by me. We'll commit the Flamvel Magician to the field. Then we will pass turn. No Black Whirlwind sightings. There's a Black Whirlwind. We'll try to Torrential. Does he have Judgment? Nope, no Judgment. There's our Judgment, though. Here, I think we commit the green gadget. Sorry, main phase 1. What am I doing? Get the red. Going too fast. And then we'll set judgment and pass turn. Sets another back row. And a face down monster. And we get another rekindling. Alright. I will summon the Flamvell Fire Dog. We'll try to judgment that. Bottomless. And attack with the Fire Dog. We'll Starlight Road his Icarus attack. Can't. It's summoned, not Chainlink 1. Bottomless misses timing. We will attack. Attack. And alright, we get game 2. And this is a good thing to learn. Because bottomless exactly. Since Icarus was resolving CL1, it can't. It misses timing. Okay, and I think we will just go back in. Do we bring in a shrink? I don't think we do. We're just going to go right back in. And I put resolving in quotes just because I guess like it's negated by the Starlight Road, but like the chain still has to go down. And I guess I always say there's a chance I'm wrong. I like to think I'm pretty decent with rulings. Plenty of stuff I don't know, like I special summoned my Doom Caliber Knight, which the first line of text on Doom Caliber Knight is cannot be special summoned. So made that mistake immediately. Opponent summons a Bora and sets 2 back row, passes turn. I think we'll go for I fear bottomless, but I think this is potentially too powerful. Alright, no bottomless. Colute, though. Okay, unfortunate. We will take, what's that, 1200. But no effect from the Bora. And we'll special the Cyber Dragon main phase 2, just as a body that the Bora can't get over. And pass turn. Black Whirlwind comes down. Does he have a good normal summon? Tributes for the Sirocco. Okay. But he still would have to get a Colute here if he wants to get over the Cyber Dragon. Gets okay, or Gale. That also makes sense. Specials the Gale. Does he pump the Sirocco? No, he does not. We'll take 250. Followed by 2000. Unfortunately, no effect. I hope he doesn't make Stardust. Though Stardust is probably the play here because it protects him from Heavy Storm. That I don't even think we're running in this deck. He does make the Stardust, which protects him from the Smashing Ground. And unfortunately, we draw another gadget. We will summon the gadget. Search ourselves the green. And I don't think I can commit anything. Maybe we set a Rekindling, because he doesn't have a Winged Beast on the field, but the Black Whirlwind's just getting him tons of advantage now. I think it might be out of hand for us. Sets a back row, we'll take 1,300. Get another green gadget. I think we just have to set the gadget and pass turn. Just protect our life points a little bit. He activates Legacy of Yata-Garasu. Really like the draw one cards. I like that innovation that's happened in the past year or two. Sets another back row, which is absolutely fine because the Stardust is there to protect it. Mind controls the green gadget. Allure of Darknesses, okay. Banishes a DD Crow. It makes sense with the Rekindling. We'll take 2,500. And I assume we'll be getting back the gadget. We are. We get a Gale. What can we make? We can make Ancient Fairy Dragon. Potentially. I mean, we have to try. We normal summon the Gale, declare, target the Stardust. Okay. I think we try to attack over. We get over the Stardust. Next, we'll flip the green gadget. And Black Rose is so tempting here. But I think we have to go for the defensive play of Ancient Fairy. Because we're just at too low of life points with absolutely no way to defend ourselves. If I had a trap, I would probably Black Rose. I'm not really worried about losing the one Rekindling. Simply because we have another in our hand. Alright, and we'll just pass turn sitting on an Ancient Fairy Dragon. Summons Cyber Dragon. That's fine. Mind control's gone. And he just passes turn. I think here we summon the red gadget. Pulling the rug. Okay. Pass turn. We'll just try again next. Do we have that? Yeah, we have Chimera Text in the grave. YuGiOh can't get over Ancient Fairy, so a top deck Blizzard doesn't do too much. Gale is gone. So I think it would have to be like a Shura or Bora, maybe Sirocco, and then search himself a Kolute. But he summons a Kolute, so that's his second one. Yep, the Kolute summon is fine. I'm gonna say no targets. You know, of course he has targets. He gets the Blizzard. Briarneck is a card that can deal with this. We get Ultimate Offering. Are there any level 8s that deal with Briarneck? I think the best would probably be... Maybe Colossal Fighter? Well, no matter what, first we're going to go for the normal of Red Gadget. Alright, Red Gadget is fine. And then we will special the Chimera Tech. He Torrential Tributes. And I think that's just going to be game. Not quite. Because we have Ultimate Offering, which we can use to summon or set the yellow gadget. And put it, obviously, in face-down defense position. Assuming he goes for... Bryo or... Actually, if he goes for the level 6, what is it, the Armed Wing, then we lose, because it has Piercing. But if he gets greedy and goes for Bryo or YuGiOh, don't go for the... He went for the Bryo. Well, he's just gonna put both things to hand. Unfortunate. I'll let him play it out. GG's. My only hope was setting a monster in battle phase. And we would have gotten the Flamvel Magician, which would have been able to make us a level 8 Synchro. Then again, he has the Royal Oppression, so it would have been negated, which is unfortunate. But let's go ahead and go find one more match, I think. Have some fun, and let me take a sip of water. I don't know if we've won any Edison matches so far. I feel like I'm a slightly better duelist than what my record shows, but you gotta get back into Edison, you know. Playing GOAT so long, the rulings are different, the decks are different. Takes me some time. I understand the meta for the most part, like I kinda get what Blackwings are trying to do, but I definitely am more seasoned at GOAT format. And I feel like with GOAT, even though there's like different variations of chaos, there's like 4 strategies, and they all, it's like beat down, chaos, and like control. Like there's just less to think about. Ugh, oh my goodness, this opening hand. Double yellow, red, and green gadget all in the same hand. I run 6 of these. I run 6 gadgets. I might have to, that's probably going to be something with like the title or thumbnail, is running 6 gadgets and drawing 4 in the opening hand. Well, we're going to summon the green. Getting ourselves the final red. And I suppose we'll set Horn of Heaven because why not? Oh my gosh. This is disgusting. I don't think I've ever seen a worse opening hand with gadgets. Like, all you want is 1 of them, and then get the train going. Maybe 2 sometimes feels okay. 4, when you were running... If I was running 9, I'd be like, that's unfortunate. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see right there? My opponent just gold sarked for Obelisk the Tormentor. I'm already in love. Power moves happening right now. Sark for Obelisk. Love it. And he sets it back. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Hardened Armed Dragon. Well, we'll go ahead and summon the yellow to get ourselves the final green. And I suppose we'll try to attack. Four cloud counters on yellow gadget. We'll attack with yellow. Just try to do some damage. Do we see Gores? No Gores. I don't know if Imperial Iron Wall is going to be good here. But Horn of Heaven might have to just negate. Wait, no. You can't negate the Summon of Obelisk. So, I'm gonna go ahead and tribute the yellow gadget to negate the Cloudian Sistratos. Also, it just gets Solidarity. What is this deck right now? We get a Solemn Judgment. Well, we'll set a yellow, set Imperial Iron Wall in Judgment, and pass turn. Reading. I think that's the one that destroys spell traps. Do we freaking Judgment this? That's fine. He does get the Obelisk. I'm not even going to be mad if I lose to Cloudian Obelisk. Alright, he hits. It removes 2 counters. He attacks over the yellow gadget. We'll take 1800 from the Cloudian Storm Dragon. I did think maybe he was kind of skipping a step by, Cloudian can put a counter on. We get Flamvel Fire Dog. Well, the good news is this at least walls the Cloudians, but there's no point in attacking because Sanctuary on this guy makes all battle damage 0, and these are all fairies. Brain Control and Tribute for Obelisk. I mean, I'm happy. If I lose to Obelisk the Tormentor, I'm not allowed to be upset. Is it, like, really laggy? Yeah, won't let me shuffle my hands. That's always my go-to test when it's laggy. If the shuffle happens right away, you know it's not that laggy, at least not for you. This looks like it could be a disconnect because it's Dueling Book, and what would Dueling Book be if just random disconnects didn't happen? Oh, look at that. It's probably going to kick me out. I just realized I'm playing against I Hate Light Sworns. I can't say the same, to be honest. I understand the hate for him. Really laggy. Alright, and we get Brain Control. Can this be targeted? We just have game. Activate Brain Control. Alright, well, I'm losing. Yeah, I missed the spot where it said cannot be targeted. Okay. Definitely Lightning Vortex. I don't even know. Royal Oppression, maybe? Mask of Restrict? Is that good? Are they lights? I didn't even see. Iron Wall seems fine. Let's take out, like, Tragodia. I don't even know. Shrink seems bad. Book of Moon seems meh. Smashing Ground seem pretty good. Maybe one Rekindling. Maybe we don't need the Royal Oppression. And one Mask of Restrict. I'm playing against Cloudians. Cloudians with freaking Obelisk. What do you side against that? And the worst part is we're going to lose. This looks like a better opening hand. This looks like a significantly better opening hand. Red Gadget, MST, Imperial Iron Wall, Horn of Heaven, Starlight Road, Rekindling. Red Gadget will search us a yellow. And we'll just go ahead and set the house. Really cool deck. Can't be mad playing against a Cloudian deck. Alright, he sets one back row and passes. We get a Flamvel Magician draw. We'll go ahead and normal summon the Flamvel Magician. Torrential Tribute. Okay, main phase 1. We will Starlight Road. Alright, and we get game 2 that quickly. Another good opening hand. Road Offering, Imperial Iron Wall, Yellow Gadget, Rekindling. He sets a monster. And a back row, and we get Ryza. summon the yellow, search a green, try to attack over. And then set Iron Wall, set Offering, set Starlight Road, pass turn. MST's the Iron Wall. That's the one I feel like I'd rather lose. It does mean he can banish for the Cloudian Storm thing. Which he does do. And they're waters. Okay, so good thing I didn't bring in the Light Mirror. Alright, so he's going to be able to discard a card from my hand. Hitting the green gadget. That's the... Rekindling might have been fine to hit. And he passes turn. We get a Flamvell Magician. What can we make here? We can't make a Dark End. I feel like my extra deck looking at it is really messed up. Like, I have cards I don't even think I can summon in here. Maybe Red Dragon for damage? Or do I just summon the Flamvell and try to attack? I think I actually go ahead and use 500 and normal summon the Ryza. Declare the effect of Ryza, and I'll target the Storm Dragon. And then try to attack over. I'll set the Rekindling and pass turn. And give me one moment, everyone, while he plays. And I am back. Okay. Passes turn. Draw another Rekindling. We'll just swing for more damage. Dimensional Prison. That's unfortunately fine. Can't negate it. We're not going to set the Rekindling. If we can get his counters off. Sanctuary in the Sky is unfortunate. Book of Moon is, I think, worth setting, but can't do too much at the moment. Flamvell Firedog is a card. So let's see, what can we make? Do we make a Thought Ruler? I think we do. Summon. Good. Good. Just want to make sure. Went a little quick. I'm going to assume his silence is good. Alright, and we'll make Thought Ruler. And then pass turn. We know he's running D prisons. This turns off his brain control. I'm gonna Book of Moon that Cloudian. I don't want to lose my back row. We get a green gadget. We can summon the green. Search a red. Do we keep using life points? I don't even think we do. We'll attack this. Mirror Force. We have Starlight Road. And that will make the Acid Cloud die, which does turn on the effect of Cloud Atlas. Well, not right away, but now that he can special summon his dragon monster, whatever the storm card. What's he going to take? Takes the Stardust. Activates Heavy Storm. We lose all of our rekindlings. That's really sad. Sanctuary in the Sky does leave the field. Does he have Obelisk? I feel like you only make this play if you have Obelisk. We'll gain 2,500. We get Royal Oppression. That's pretty solid. We'll summon the red gadget. Get ourselves a yellow. And we attack into the dragon because it's more damage. Then we'll set Royal Oppression and pass turn. So we're sitting at a comfortable 10,000 life points now. Acid Cloud gets summoned. Which gets rid of the Royal Oppression. He gets rid of the yellow gadget from our hand with Atlas. So that back row is going to have to be something really good. Because I can do GG's. And a Lightning Vortex would have been not able to sweep, so I would have no discard fodder or Smash Ground. So, okay. Not gonna lie, would have been fine losing to the freaking Obelisk Cloudian deck because I don't mind when I lose to fun stuff. I also would have been a little embarrassed because that's even more jank than anything I ever run. That would have been embarrassing. So, happy we got one match win. Let me know what you guys think about the deck. Definitely the extra deck especially, you know, that's one of those things. GOAT format, it's so easy. There's like 15 cards that can kind of come up, and then even if you don't run the card in your extra deck, you can type it in. And I like the fact that in Edison format, you actually have to put a lot of thought into the cards. I clearly did not. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I don't think I can make this. I mean, besides... Yeah, wait, one or more non-tuner light... Okay, so if I stole a light monster, then I can make Parshath. The Black Wings. You know, if I steal... I have Gale, but, like... Definitely not great. Definitely not great. Let me know what you guys would do. Let me know about what you want me to play in the future, whether Edison or GOAT format decks. But that's all I have for you. I'm the Yu-Gi-Oh! Scrub. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.